What's good? NinBuzz, shofu here, bringing you a battle I had against Blingox24. He's pretty damn good at this game, so this should be a very enjoyable match for you to watch. Now, Wiz Khalifa over here is going to lead with his Reptar 4909, and I have no idea why there's random digits on the end of his name. Now, I'm going to lead with my Usain Bolt, fastest man alive, and I'm going to go straight for the superpower, which should take out the Tyranitar in one hit, but he does predict that, and he goes out to his own Usain Bolt, which is very ironic because there's only one Usain Bolt, and yeah, the superpower is not going to do much at all, but, you know. Oh wait, I forgot something. Despite him getting hit with all of that, I know I'm not going to be doing much damage to him, so I'm just going to go for the Stealth Rocks next turn. But since he is max speed and I am not, he's actually going to go first and use Shadow Ball. And I knew I would live because he doesn't have a Life Orb and Deoxys Speed doesn't really have the greatest special attack in the world. So I'm going to be able to get up my Stealth Rocks, which is always good because you're always going to need them at some point in the match. They'll always do something great for you, eventually anyways. Figuring that he'll kill me next turn, I'm actually going to go for my Psycho Boost now, which is my strongest attack. Just to get some damage on his Deoxys, but he actually goes for the spikes, which is not very good for me. Psycho Boost does a decent amount of damage, but it did less than I hoped it would. So now I'm going to be, after this turn I'm going to be left at 10 HP. I'm actually going to switch out, knowing that I can't do anything to his Deoxys, and save my own Deoxys as death fodder. Maybe bring him in when I want something not to take a hit, and I'll let him take the hit since he's almost going to die anyways. But he actually sets up his Stealth Rocks, which is, you know, whatever. I expected him to do that. But I bring in my Grey Bull, which is actually faster than his Deoxys because I have a Choice Scarf, which multiplies speed by 50%. And I'm going to go for the X-Scissor and take him out. So that is great for me. He's going to switch out to his Ferrothorn now. And I know that he saw my team, and I know that he knows that I have a Magnezone. So I know he's going to predict me to switch into my Magnezone, thus trapping his Ferrothorn. So, because of that, I'm going to stay in, go for the X-Scissor, just to see what he would bring in, and he ends up bringing in his Landorus. So I'm going to switch the fuck out and go to my Deoxys because I know that I will be able to have the full advantage of knowing what move he's going to lock himself into. So because of that, I'm going to switch into my Dragonite, my Puff the Magic Dragon, and he's going to go for the U-turn. Knowing full well that I could take a U-turn, I'm actually going to go for the Fire Punch. And I made a huge mistake here because I predicted him to switch into his Ferrothorn or his Reuniclus because I thought he would think that I would go for Superpower, but he actually brings in his Tyranitar, so in full effect I really should have went for the Superpower. But now I have to switch because that Fire Punch won't be doing anything to his Tyranitar. And he goes for the Crunch, and I predicted him to go for the Ice Beam, which is why I brought in my Terrakion in the first place. But Crunch works too because Justified is going to raise my attack, and Justified only activates when you get hit by dark moves, so that's awesome. So I'm going to go for the close combat. He's going to switch into his Reuniclus, and yes, I do get a critical hit here, as you can see by the amount of damage I do. And you know, I might as well go for another one because, you know, why not? So even though Reuniclus resists close combat, I'm going to go for another one just for the hell of it, just because I felt like it. And what do you know, I get another critical hit, so that is just my reward for being so reckless and stupid. So yeah, I am not complaining there. Sucks for him, but that's just how the game goes, my friend. That's just how the game goes. So knowing I can outspeed his Landorus, I'm going to go for the close combat again, and he just barely lives, barely. And because of that, he's going to be able to take me up with an Earthquake to the dome, bitch! And yeah, I die. So as you can see, he has a little sliver of health left. I'm going to bring in my Puff, knowing that he can't hit me with Earthquake. And once again, I'm going to mess up and go for the Fire Punch. And I should have went for Outrage. I really should have went for Outrage. Obviously, Fire Punch is not going to be doing any damage to his Vaporeon. And Puff is just... I didn't even get to use Puff. I didn't use Puff the right way at all. And yeah, I pretty much just wasted Puff. Like, that's a wasted Puff. Why waste Puff? Why? What am I talking about? Anyways, he's going to go for the Skull, just trying to kill me. But Dragonite has a very high special defense, so it's not going to kill. And once again, I'm going to switch out my Dragonite and save him for later. Save her for later. Sorry, it's a female. I'm going to save my Dragonite for later just to switch it in when I don't want something to die. And I'm going to switch into my Onion Head. which is my Celebi. He's going to go for the Scald, and he is going to get the burn, which is not cool, but it doesn't really matter because I have Giga Drain, so I can get all my health back if I want to. Now here is a key play in the match, because, you know, he has a Vaporeon out, but then again he has his Landorus, which is about to die, so I'm actually going to predict him to switch out to his Landorus as death fodder, and I'm going to go for the nasty plot, predicting him to switch out. So if I had gone for Giga Drain like I intended to at first, then I would have wasted that move. But since I used Nasty Plot, I actually got the full benefits of that move. Basically what I'm trying to say is I predicted him to switch out, so I used Nasty Plot. Yes, end of the story. So now he brings in his you know, his Vaporeon, and I'm just going to go for the Giga Drain, get all that HP. Yes, it's all mine. And, you know, I'm going to heal it quite a bit because Vaporeon has a lot of HP, and I just took half of it. So that's awesome. So my Onion Head is going ham right now, and we are in a good position. So he's going to bring in his Tyranitar Reptar 4909, and I'm going to go for Giga Drain because I want more HP and I'm a greedy bastard. So yes, Onion Head takes all that HP but doesn't kill because Tyranitar has a lot of special defense. His Reptar's going to go for Crunch, but Celebi is a very bulky Pokemon, so I'm actually not going to take the Crunch too well, but I'm still going to live because, once again, Celebi is a bulky ass piece of onion. Yes. So just in case he wants to try any funny shenanigans and switch out to his Ferrothorn, I'm gonna go for the Earth Power, but he actually stays in, knowing probably knowing that he lost at this point. So I'm gonna die because of Sandstorm and burn damage. And now he's down to his last guy. He's down to his Ferrothorn. So this is a perfect opportunity for me to bring in my Siamese, and I'm going to go for the substitute just in case he wants to try any Leech Seed action. And I go for the substitute like I just said, just like 2 seconds ago. I just said that. What am I high? Anyways, I know he's going to go for the Leech Seed, so I go for the substitute, and I'm going to proceed to HP fire him to death. So that was a good game, Blingo. Check him out if you would like. He has a YouTube, he uploads battles too. Check me out if you would like. My name is Shofu. And yes, obviously subscribe to NinBuzz. And that's pretty much it. So I'm out of here, guys. Deuces.